lovely people of YouTube, of the entire world. Welcome back to Classic Hits Gaming, your home of the three greatest decades of gaming: the 80s, the 90s, and the noughties. This is my final session of Phelios. Sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to my live streams, for taking the time out of your busy schedules to watch. It's very, very appreciated. Hope that you have enjoyed my Phelios live streams. And listen, thank you for your continued support of Classic Hits Gaming overall. Honestly, the support is very, very much appreciated. As for what is next on Classic Hits Gaming, we may know that Yakuza 2 has topped the poll. You lovely people requested, you lovely people voted, and you requested and voted for Yakuza 2 on PS2. So Yakuza 2 on PS2 will be next on Classic Hits Gaming. Stay tuned for further information on that. To be honest with you, I don't even have the game yet, but it is ordered, and it hasn't been dispatched yet, unfortunately, but it will be dispatched hopefully now, I would imagine by tomorrow. So I'm hoping to have the game in my hands in a matter of days. But look, until then, let's get stuck into some more Phelios. As I pop in my batteries into my wireless Sega Mega Drive controller. Here we go. I'll just take a sip of my tea actually first. Cup of tea. A cup of hot sugary tea inside of my 40th anniversary mug. Speaking of anniversaries, this is a nice segue now. It is the 30th anniversary of the Sony PlayStation. Holy hell, I feel so old. But I also feel very lucky to be with PlayStation since the beginning, since the PS1. I posted a community post on that if you want to have a look at that. But yeah, happy 30th anniversary to the console that literally changed the game. I have so many fond memories of PlayStation. So happy 30th anniversary to Sony PlayStation. And hello there, GGP. Street Fighter 6 or Mortal Kombat 1, which to get? First of all, my friend GGP, welcome to Classic Hits Gaming. As you know, this is your home of the three greatest decades of gaming: the 80s, the 90s, and the noughties. And this is my final session of Phelios before I get stuck into Yakuza 2. I know you're not a fan of Yakuza, so I apologize. But nonetheless, great to have you in the live stream. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to join the live stream. I would, God, you know what? Sorry, that question has stumped me. The thing is, what the hell? The controller's moving by itself. I'm not even joking. The thing about wireless controllers. I have kind of realised that modern Mortal Kombat is dead, and I also had a pretty bad experience playing Street Fighter 6 because that story mode. I'll tell you one thing, man. Okay, the story mode in Street Fighter 6 World Tour, whatever the hell it's called, the main story mode where you create your avatar and you move around this open world, it is fucking shite. Let me say that again. It is fucking shite. So I'll tell you one thing. If you're looking for a quality cinematic story mode in a fighting game, I recommend Mortal Kombat 1. Hands down. You know what, man? I don't know. I'm sorry. It's a tough one. Which would you prefer? Which fighting series out of the two would you prefer? Would you be more of a Mortal Kombat fan or a Street Fighter fan? God, I'm sorry, no. It's a pretty tough question. If you had asked me this question a year ago, I would have said Mortal Kombat 1 straight away. But see, the thing is, I don't want to be answering the question from a personal perspective. Then again, though, I'm not fucking IGN, so it's going to have to be a personal perspective. It's going to have to be a personal answer, you know. Oh man, I'm sorry, I don't know. Honestly. It's like Jeremy Clarkson in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire when the contestant asks the host, my final answer is, I don't know. I'm sorry, it couldn't be any more help. I mean, I just think they're both examples of how shit modern gaming is. does that help? And again, what I will say, once again, I will say that Mortal Kombat 1 has the better story mode, cinematic story mode. It's quality, it really is quality. So, oh shit, I hope that helps, and sorry that I couldn't be of any more help. Just to go back to the 30th anniversary of PlayStation again, if anyone owns a PS5, may or may not know, you can actually do something for a limited time. You can actually have the classic either PS1, PS2, PS3, or even PS4 startup and songs as well. It's a nice little thing that Sony have done to celebrate 30 years of the PlayStation. Fuck's sake, I'm just trying to fix the thing there. I did it earlier and it is so nostalgic to basically turn on your PS5 and hear and see the classic PS1 startup. Again, you can either choose PS2, PS3, PS4. It's basically intended for like it depends on what generation of PlayStation you kind of started off with. Although it wouldn't really matter, it's just whatever you prefer. You know, you can switch between any of them. I've never died on the first chapter before. But it's the first time for everything. Have my PS5 and my PS1. As in you play PS1 games on your PS5, is it? I like that. We meet again, Medusa. And so you still haven't washed your hair. It's disgusting. There's snakes in your hair. Oh wait, that is your hair. Let's go on, Medusa. Bye-bye, Medusa. I should say. Oh, the update. Yeah, what do you make of it? It is so fucking nostalgic and retro. Oh, it just fills you with magic nostalgia. So it does. Well, I read, that's hilarious. I actually read Coconut's comment as GGP's comment because they both have a red profile pic and they're both mods, so I got completely confused. So first of all, Coconut, my good friend, welcome back to Classic Hits Gaming, which is your home of the three greatest decades of gaming, the 80s, the 90s and the noughties. This is my final session of Phelios before I move on to Yakuza 2, which you lovely people requested and voted for, so stay tuned for that. But Coconut, thank you so much for taking the time all of your day to drop by the live stream. Very, very much appreciated. How are you doing? LOL, who cares about a story mode? Character designs and gameplay is king. Well, personally, I do like a good story in Mortal Kombat, but that's just me. But I do think that modern Mortal Kombat, is terrible. I think that Mortal Kombat has died, to be quite honest with you, a bit like Resident Evil. I see where you're coming from. The majority of people wouldn't really associate fighting games with story, which is perfectly understandable, to be quite honest with you. But Retro Fighter 2D, you're also very welcome to Classic Hits Gaming. You're home of the 3 greatest decades of gaming, the 80s, the 90s, and the 90s. My final part session of Phelios. How are you doing? How's everyone doing today? Hope you're all doing very well. So it is a really nice update, isn't it, Coconut? Story is just a little bonus. Fair enough. I love a good story in Mortal Kombat, but fair enough. I changed it to the PS1 for the short term. It's going to stay at the PS1 for as long as they do it. The 30th anniversary, man, doesn't that make us feel so old? 30 years of Sony PlayStation. Holy hell, man. And MK1 story is bad. It's just, oh, here we go again. Oh, okay, look. Just, if it makes you feel better, man. Mortal Kombat 1 story is terrible. It's shit. I'm not going to go into a rant about it now, man, okay? Each to their own. But I just hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a nice day. I just feel like Mortal Kombat doesn't feel like Mortal Kombat anymore. And for any fucking Zoomer out there that's like, yes, because you're old, Johnny, you're going bald. I'm going to play Fortnite now. There's plenty of long-running franchises out there that still feel like it's a Mario game or a Sonic game, not just platformers, obviously. There's plenty of games that you can just pick up and play that have been out for fucking years that feel like the very first game in that series, you know. I don't feel that when I play Mortal Kombat. It's got nothing to do with getting older. It's got nothing to do with that. It's just that it's just not as good as it used to be. Pretty much, you know. I'll just refresh the live chat again because sometimes YouTube bollocks, as you know. But yeah, I mean, I liked Mortal Kombat 1 at the beginning. I actually did. But I think once the dust settled and once I played Invasions and just realised that it was boring as fuck, and then I played fucking Chaos Reigns and I'm like, yeah, this is bad. Apparently there's more people playing Mortal Kombat 11 than Mortal Kombat 1. Which says it all, really, you know? The sound effects of the PS1 team on PS5, I don't recognise those sounds. That's the strange thing about it. Let's go. Johnny's on fire. And my phone is buzzing. Boom, look at that. Johnny's gone all out for the final session of Phelios. Look at that for skills. Skillage in the village. Oh. But I hope all of you lovely people are having a lovely day. Anyone get any new games lately? in this. Even though we're living in the blight of modern gaming, but nonetheless, has anyone bought a new game recently? Did you pick up any Black Friday sales? I bet Retro 502D has picked up a lot of maybe retro fighting games, some Sega Dreamcast, Street Fighter games or fighting games in general. The only Black Friday games that I bought today were Fahrenheit and Abe's Odyssey on PS1. So Abe's Odyssey obviously on PS1, Fahrenheit on PS2. And thank you to my good friend and a good friend of this channel, Damien Sewell, for letting me know about those games being on sale. Thank you so much. I'm sure those games will make an appearance on Classic Hits Gaming at some stage. Someone fucking knocking at the door, typical. I might have to pause the live stream a second. I'll be right back. Right. I'm back, but the comments don't seem to be back. That's a strange one. What was going on here? There we go. I'm so sorry for that delay. Real life and all that kind of shit. Okay, let's get back to Phelios, my final session of Phelios. Before I get stuck into Yakuza 2, which hasn't even arrived yet, to be honest with you, but it will very soon. I'm guessing. Sorry. I'm guessing it'll be dispatched by tomorrow, and then probably delivered within the week, because today is Tuesday. So yeah, good thing I ordered it on Sunday, right? So like, once it gets dispatched, like it shouldn't take too long for it to be delivered, because it's coming from Ireland. It's an Irish store that I've ordered it from. Usually I order it from like fucking England or even like somewhere in Europe anyway. So yeah, shouldn't take too long now to arrive. Which is good. I don't know where the fuck everyone went. Sorry, I know I was gone for a while. Still in the process of if anyone's been keeping up to my the going-ons of Classic Hits Gaming, my house is still being done up, which is great. Like, obviously that's a good thing, but the stress that goes along with that, like, for the house to actually be done up, you know. So yeah, there's quite a few things that have to be done tomorrow. So it's just a matter of preparing for that. That's all good. That's all good. Even though I just fell off my horse, but it's all good. My flying horse, Pegasus. It's all good. It's all good in the hood, you know. Lads, you'd be surprised the kind of little things that get stressed out over. And it's kind of laughable, really, when you look back at them. But I'm actually looking forward to playing Yakuza 2. I really enjoyed the first Yakuza. The fucking combat is amazing. I didn't really do much of this. Kind of annoying because you kind of have to go looking for them. They weren't really kind of like. I didn't feel like it was the kind of game where side quests were just there in front of you, and you can choose to do them or not. I kind of felt like I had to go looking for them, and it took up. I remember doing one live stream, and I literally spent like the majority of the live stream looking for side quests. So look, if they are available to me, then I'll do them. But I kind of really with Classic Hits Gaming is like sometimes I will either decide to go like 100%, depending on the game. But if it's a long game with a story, I usually tend to just focus on the main story. So I'll probably end up doing that actually, Yakuza 2, because I'm guessing it's going to have, obviously, like, it's a big story game. So we'll see what happens. I might do the odd side quest here and there. I know for a fact that Sabertac is going to want me to do side quests. So I'll do 1 or 2 side quests. Just for Sabertac. And we'll see how we get on. But I'm really just looking forward to getting sucked into the game, to be honest with you. Did I actually mention PlayStation? Obviously the 30th anniversary of PlayStation. So, I mean, I have to celebrate that fucking iconic milestone for the PlayStation brand as a PlayStation gamer. Well, I'm a gamer overall, but obviously as someone who grew up playing PlayStation since it began over the years. Dread. LOL. Okay. A proud Neo. Oh, well, I'm going to take one good guess who this person is. We'll just wait and see how the live stream goes before I can confirm my suspicions. Although it could be just a random person with a random YouTube name. So I'll just see what happens. But nonetheless, welcome to Classic Hits Gaming, proud neo-Nazi. This is your home of the 3 greatest decades of gaming. The 80s, the 90s, and the noughties. And this is my final session of Phelios. So I'm definitely going to have to do something for the 30th anniversary of PlayStation. As I mentioned earlier, I purchased Abe's Odyssey. I had it with PS Plus Premium, but I cancelled my PS Plus Premium. I'm stick to the basic PS Plus now. That's what I want. And I also got Fahrenheit. I believe Fahrenheit is technically a PlayStation game because aren't they owned by PlayStation? Am I right or wrong about that? Didn't they make like Heavy Rain and then they went on to make Detroit Become Human? That is correct, isn't it? I'll have to look into that after. But that is the case. That's a PS1 and a PS2 game. Obviously, I played a lot of Abe's Odyssey. I've never played Fahrenheit, but I have played Heavy Rain, and I fucking love that kind of game, to be honest with you. And obviously, I might squeeze in a few more PS1 games again. So, yeah, just kind of stay tuned. Nothing is official yet, but I mean, it is the 30th anniversary of PlayStation, and I can't just ignore. I know I did a community post today, like, but I feel like I have to do more than that, like. But the schedule right now, anyway, is to obviously finish this this final session of Phelios, and then once Yakuza arrives, obviously get stuck into Yakuza 2, so it's Yakuza 2. And more than likely, then probably after that, maybe I'll spend kind of Christmas time playing some PlayStation, which is just perfect, really, because I got PlayStation for Christmas. I just want to see what this person... So this person just drops by and says Dread, LOL, and nothing else. Okay. That's fine. Dread. Okay. Metroid Dread. Judge Dread. Bit of context, please. hanging on by a thread here. 1 bar of life. There we go. Boom. I'm glad I managed to make it to this stage of the game for the final session. I haven't been able to get any further than this next stage here. Maybe I can do it now in this final session. There's Typhon near the Titan. Typhon. What was he actually an actual Titan? Is there actually? I would imagine so. The game is based off Greek mythology, so I'd imagine it would. I imagine Titan would be an actual. Typhon will actually be an actual Titan. Do you know what I'd actually love to do as like a pastime, as a hobby, or even just like research, or even like study it? I'd imagine there would be an actual fucking module for this, like an actual fucking what you call it, like a course in this, like you can just study officially. But just world, like religion slash gods slash not really mythology, but just well, it's both mythology. But if it involves gods, like I want to like really like look into the history, right, of fucking every stage of history where humanity worshipped some kind of a god or wrote down, like has like scriptures and texts of god, goddess. Do you get me? Like over literally over the history of fucking humanity. Because there's multiple gods and goddesses and religions and everything else. And my purpose would be, back to the start of the game, that's okay. My purpose would be to see if there's, well actually, I already know there actually is similarities between, like even like fucking, is it like Greek gods and fucking, like even Christianity. There's connections there. But I'd love to see like I'd love to see as many connections as I can, find as many connections as I can. And see if I can just like solve the mystery of religion. See if it's being this one like fucking religion the whole time or something like that. That's been somewhat separated and divided over the years. Do you get me? I think religion confuses itself really. Like when you look at all the different like Christian religions, do you get me? Like you've got Catholics, born again Christians, was it Baptist Christians? Is that a thing? Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, although they're the same thing. I don't really know. Shit. Thank you to those lovely people watching the live stream right now. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to watch my final session of Phelios. Thank you so much. Once again, this is Classic Hits Gaming, which is your home of the three greatest decades of gaming, the 80s, the 90s and the noughties. Right now I'm in the noughties. Actually, technically the late 80s, because this game originally came out in 1989. Of course, this is the Sega Mega Drive port that released a year later. So 80s/90s right now is where I am. And you see a lot of games like this in those decades. These scrolling shooter arcade games. Pretty much all about getting as far into the game as you can. Getting as high of a score. Scores practically don't exist anymore in modern gaming. Depending on the game they're playing, I suppose. But like the majority of games don't really have high scores. I suppose they've kind of evolved. They've kind of evolved over the years into different things, maybe leaderboards, stuff like that. Technically, that is kind of like a high score kind of a thing. But yeah. And I think the idea of how far into the game can I get has kind of evolved into, let's say, like even like battle royale games like Fortnite. You know what I mean? You know, like completing Fortnite is more or less being the last man standing, getting a victory royale basically. Johnny is discussing Fortnite. Dear God, I'll go back and play it. So you know what? I will go back and play Fortnite again. And I will get a victory royale. And there won't be any bots either. There won't be any bots and that. I bought Real Boat Fatal Fury Battle. Is that actually the name of the game? Who names these games, man? These Japanese motherfuckers are crazy, man. Honestly, man. I don't care if that. I don't even care if that comes across as racist. I don't even care. They're fucking crazy, man. Jesus Christ, man. That's one hell of a name. I mean, I fucking grew up with fucking stirrers, man. If I tried to say that game fast, no, it'd be fucking bring it all back again. That's one long ass game name. A week and a half ago for the PS2, only released in Japan. You can see fucking why. From a Japanese Sony PlayStation 2, very good. It's a CIB and in mint condition. Very good, man. Very, very good. Super Street Fighter Alpha Omega Extreme Fatal Spicy Chicken Curry Rice Edition Part 2.5 XL DX. I mean, just call it Street Fighter fucking 2. Again. Or something, I don't know. Just mental. These Japanese names, man. It's mental. Hello there, Chad Middleton. Welcome to Classic Hits Gaming, my friend. Thank you, as always, for taking the time out of your day to join the live stream. This is my final session of Phelios before I get stuck into the game that you requested and voted for, Yakuza 2. It hasn't been dispatched yet, but it will very, very soon, so stay tuned for updates on when Classic Hits Gaming will go live with Yakuza 2. But how's your day going, chatty boy? As always, man, great to have you in the live stream. It's a collection of multiple fatal. Why couldn't they just call it Fatal Fury Collection then? Like, look at this. Look at the name of this game, man. That's seriously. Wait, okay. I'm going to pause the game. They wouldn't let me. Look at this, right? Real Bout Fatal Fury Battle Adventure 2. We'll just call it Fatal Fury Battle Archives. That's all they had to do. That's all they have to do, man. They're crazy fuckers now with their names. Big long ass names, man. Seriously. They're mental. What's the fighting game where Steve is from again? I think that's his name, and it's Steve. No, I don't think it was Steve. Some other guy. He came to Super Smash Brothers. He came to Super Smash Brothers. And I had no idea who the fuck he was. I think he's in the Final Fight series or something. Or he could be in Fatal Fury, I don't know. I resented him. I resented him because of the fact I had no idea who the fuck he was, and it just really pissed me off. They're really hard games too, especially on the max difficulty. I could imagine. There's a new collection? Terry, that's the guy. Terry from The Office. I don't give a fuck about Bogart. He can bog off. To The Office. It just sounds like a very random name. That's why I call him Terry from The Office. It's just, you know, Terry from The Office. You know, Terry from IT. That's what I should have called him. Terry from IT. That's what it's called. Now, if he comes to the next Super Smash Bros. Game, that's what I'm going to call him. Terry from IT. It's just a random name. Terry. Like, you've got Ryu, Guile, I don't know, man. You've got all these, like, video game type names, and then you've got Terry. Terry, like. The fucking name is Terry. Terry's Chocolate Orange to any of my UK viewers out there. Well, UK and Ireland viewers. I don't know how worldwide or international Terry's Chocolate actually is, but yep. Terry from IT. You know, the next Super Smash Bros. Game is going to have to be the Animal Crossing New Leaf of the series, because do you know, like, how Animal Crossing started to become really, I don't know. Oh, this controller's gone mad again. Do you know the way, like, Animal Crossing New Leaf introduced so much different mechanics to the game, right, and kept it fresh, and then obviously New Horizons expanded upon New Leaf, right? I really think that Super Smash Bros. On the next fucking system has to do something, some things like drastic. It can't just be another Super Smash Bros. Game with new fighters. Because what they also have to understand is, even though like they're not exactly getting any significant competition, let's be honest about it, you know, there is technically games out there like Super Smash Bros. But again, I wouldn't, right now anyway, I wouldn't necessarily consider it competition. I think it's just an alternative. I think people enjoy to play games like Smash, you know, as an alternative, but I wouldn't see it as like, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy fucking or I'm gonna play Multiverse and buy a few microtransactions over a Super Smash Bros. Game. I don't think we're at that stage yet. Like, you get people that will say, I'm gonna buy, whenever, well, it's not out now, but I'm gonna buy fucking Battlefield over Call of Duty type thing. You know, I don't think we're at that stage yet, but it is still an alternative that Nintendo need to kind of be aware of. The PS2 collections are far superior to the modern collection. The PS2 collections have more have more game modes. The modern collection only have arcade mode as a single. Yeah, sounds superior then. Also, for example, the Street Fighter Alpha Anthologies collection for the PS2. What the fuck is it? Again, like Street Fighter Alpha Anthologies collection. What is it called? A Street Fighter Alpha collection. The fucking Japanese fuckers, man. The PS2 has 7 more characters than the modern PS4/PS5 collection. Because back in the days, they actually added stuff to the home port, unlike today. Yeah. I mean, I thought that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection was good because they added in a load of fucking, like, you could look at the guides. They had, like, advertisements from magazines and everything. It depends on who's making the collection, really, I think. Oh, lordy buff. Konami collections are gold. They are, chat. To be fair, no, they are. Even Metal Gear Solid. To be fair, like didn't they gave us like not only like did they give us the like original Metal Gear, but they also gave us like a NES Metal Gear. Although to be fair, like the original Metal Gear was far superior. I think there was a few. They gave us the graphic novel movies and everything on top of it. Like so, to be fair, like some collections are good. Like not all collections are half-arsed. Like you know, do you know what we really need, right? Is we need a fucking proper console um, Resident Evil trilogy collection. Like Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. Even if they want to, maybe they could do a fucking uh, Metal Gear Master Collection type thing, part 1. Right? Maybe you could have Resident Evil Collection part 1, whatever they want to call it, right? And just basically Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. And then part 2 can be, I don't know, part 2 can be fucking. So what could they put in there? I don't know, Code Veronica. Um, that's the thing, like. It has to be classic Resident Evil. So, yeah, I suppose only one collection could do there. I'd say Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, Code Veronica. Honestly, truly. Because they've released Zero and Remake so many times across modern platforms, there'd be no point. But apart from the games, I should have, like, backstage interviews, concept art, cut content. Maybe they could put the cut content. Imagine being able to play. Lads, seriously, listen to this now. Right, I know fucking Retro 2D is probably fucking gonna bang on about all these fucking collections. I'm sorry, but listen now for a second, right? Imagine if you could actually play Resident Evil 1.5. Imagine you could play as all the crazy characters that are originally supposed to be in Resident Evil 1. Imagine all that was put in there. That would be a massive incentive for people to go out and buy this trilogy. I would go out and buy it because I know that I said I played Resident Evil 2 and 3 recently on this channel. So that would give me an extra incentive. Oh, I'd love if they actually did that so much. But one can dream. True retro gaming is awesome. True retro gaming is awesome. Modern retro collections, for the most part, are terrible. Well, I mean, true retro gaming is what you see here on Classic Hits Gaming. Because I wouldn't just limit it to fighting games. You know, there's different decades, there's different genres, there's different consoles. Yeah, so I think true retro gaming is just taking your head out of your ass, basically, and out of the asses of your preferred genre and preferred system and company, whatever, and just looking at all the amazing retro games of those. No, those are the only decades that I'm focusing on: the 80s, the 90s, and the 90s. I'm not really focusing on like 70s or 60s, whatever, because that's just too old for me. They're boomers. They're boomers. I'm a millennium. I'm not a boomer gamer. I'm only joking. Part 1 should be Code Veronica, Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3. Yes, I agree. I don't know why you put it in that order, but I agree with you. Absolutely. Absolutely. That would sell. And especially if you had there's so much content, you wouldn't believe the amount. Capcom, when it comes to Resident Evil, they go through fucking so many changes during the development of the game. Probably more than any other game, if you ask me. Because doesn't seem to be much out there with other games. If you look into the content for Resident Evil, you'd be really fucking surprised. Characters, story arcs, locations. I mean, literally Resident Evil 4, right, was so drastically different to Resident Evil 3. It literally became Devil May Cry. It literally cut content from Resident Evil 4 literally turned into a franchise that's getting an anime on Netflix soon, isn't it? That's fucking crazy. That's absolutely insane when you stop and think of it. Really is. Holy shit. They did that with the PS2 Dream Stalkers collection. They added all the Dark Stalkers. I never even heard of that game. And all Dark. Is it a fighting game? I'm guessing it is. Capcom wants to forget Code Veronica. I don't think that. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. If the rumors are to be believed, that there is actually going to be a remake of Code Veronica and Zero. They're actually not remaking 5. I wouldn't believe that. I wouldn't believe that, no, personally. Code Veronica is a prequel to. Code Veronica is not a prequel. I think you're thinking of Zero. I think you're getting mixed up with Zero. That's why you put it before. Yeah. So Resident Evil Zero is the prequel to Resident Evil 1. That's where you see the Stars Bravo team landing in the Arkle Forest before Alpha Team came to find out what the hell happened. So the helicopter crashes, they land. You play as Rebecca Chambers, you bump into Barry Cohen, and you basically discover the origins of the T virus and how it got leaked in the mansions. So, yeah. So, Code Veronica is actually one of the sequels to Resident Evil 2. I say one of the sequels because Resident Evil 4 is basically Resident Evil Code Veronica. You find out what happens Claire after the events of Resident Evil 2. And Resident Evil 4, you find out what happens Leon after the events of Resident Evil 2. So, yeah. I'm just a big RE nerd, basically. I'm an RE nerd. Damn well proud of it, too. Those worms. Oh, the freaky bastards. I think they can do so much with Code Veronica, I really do. But you know for a fact, though, and look, I don't want to go deep here. I don't want to get political. I don't want to get woke or anti-woke or whatever. I just want to state a fact. There is a fucking... There's a line, not a line, but there's a moment in Code Veronica where you basically find out that Alfred and Alexia Ashford, right, the Ashford twins, they were very close. Some would say maybe a bit too close, but they were very, very, very close, brother and sister, twins, right? They went beyond. The twin bondness, right? Bondage. Stop now. I'm not making this fucking weird here now. Okay, so basically, there's Alexia Ashford freezes herself once she infects herself with the T. Veronica virus because she believes that the T. Veronica virus takes time to fully bond with the human DNA, and she feels the best way that it would bond with her is to freeze herself for a certain amount of years. So, for all intents and purposes, he's dead. Basically, he can't cope with that, so he basically dresses up as his sister, which is a female. So he dresses up as a female. Yeah. It's not because he's trans or anything at all like that. He's not expressing his sexuality. It's literally he is so overcome with like loss and grief, and he misses his sister that he literally becomes her. That's the only way to put it, right? So he dresses up as Alexia Ashford. He dresses up as a woman, and I mean Claire Redfield is not a fan of either of them because they're the villains of the game. They represent Umbrella. They're trying to kill them. They're sick, twisted people. Claire does not like them. So she sees Alfred dressed up as Alexia and says, "You cross-dressing freak." Now, in 2024 and beyond, do you really think that that's going to be allowed in the game? So you can be guaranteed it's either going to get cut, or someone from Sweet Baby Inc. is going to swoop in there and say, "Well, actually, let's make Alfred trans." It's going to be one of those two things. And look, I don't care. If you're trans, that's great. I have no problem with you if you're trans. I have no problem with trans people. Okay? But that's what's going to happen anyway. Then part 1 should be Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1, 2. Yeah, that would actually make sense, actually, when you put it like... when you put it like that, actually, that does make sense, actually. That does make sense. That actually makes a lot of sense, actually. I like that. What happened to the new MK movie? There's no hype at all for it. It just got a rating for being ultra violent. And do you know what the problem with these modern directors, and I'm not saying modern as in they're in their 20s. I mean, the problem with people nowadays that are making movie adaptations of video games is they just think that they know the game. They take one glance of the game and think, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Take Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon Shitty. Okay? They took a look at a few fucking a few fucking cutscenes of the game. Yeah, the truck. Yeah, let's do the truck. We got to get the burger in there as well. Yeah, definitely. Let's make the mansion look exactly like it is. Let's make the RPD look exactly like it is. Let's just replicate those cutscenes. Yeah, put it all in there. But we're gonna have the mansion incident and the Raccoon City incident take place in the same night. Fucking retards. Let's make Leon look like a fucking like fucking the scary movie edition of Leon S. Kennedy. You fucking idiots. So they thought they knew Resident Evil. They thought fucking wrong. Thought made a fool of that director very quickly. I think with Mortal Kombat, it's like, oh, just gore and violence. Gore and violence and bad words. That's what Mortal Kombat is. There's plenty of mediums out. There's plenty of games. There's plenty of movies. Mortal Kombat didn't invent violence and gore. Mortal Kombat is about a sacred, ancient martial arts tournament that has been corrupted by corrupt people from a corrupt realm. It was put there to protect Earth realm. Okay, from very, very dangerous people of different realms. And it's about the best warriors fighting for their realm, and sometimes not actually physically fighting, but they have to find their inner strength to protect their realm. It's about different types of people, different clans, ninja clans, whatever, different types of ancient clans, all having their own backstories, all having their own reasons for being there at that time. The violence, if you ask me, the violence, if we're going to make a movie of Mortal Kombat, telling a story of Mortal Kombat, I honestly think the violence and gore comes second to telling a story, really expressing who Sub-Zero is, who Kung Lao is, etc., etc. But I think what's going to happen with Mortal Kombat 2 is it's just going to be a gore fest, and people are not going to like it. But I've that's my prediction. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. What RE games? What RE game is that? Wait, what RE game is what now? They'll censor Claire. I was talking about Code Veronica there. They're definitely going to censor out the line where Claire Redfield says you cross-dressing freak. Hello, Dad. How are you doing? How is your day going? Thanks, as always, stopping by the live stream. Classic Hits Gaming, your home of the three greatest decades of gaming, the 80s, the 90s, and the noughties. Hope you had a good day. And thanks again for doing the live stream. May the snow gods be with you. May the snow gods be with you. Fucking hell. I thought Paul Anderson did a fantastic job with the first Mortal Kombat movie. But that's the problem, man. People who think they know the game, they go onto YouTube, watch about 25 minutes of cutscenes, and they think they know the game. Or even people who've played the game. Oh, I've played the game, and I think these people don't know what they're actually adapting on the big screen. They honestly haven't a clue. And it's laughable. It's laughable. Anyone who's watched Welcome to Raccoon City and thinks that is actually an authentic representation of the video games is a fucking retard. Straight out about it. That's what I say anyway. No snow in hell, too hot. Well, aren't you a funny man? A right funny man. So I'm going to stream for another maybe 15 or so minutes before I wrap up my Phelios live streams and prepare myself for Yakuza 2. The game has to arrive first, then I have to do a bit of research into it, because I always like to give a description of the game. Even if it's a game that I know. Now, I don't really know much about Yakuza. I've only played one game, so I don't really know much about Yakuza 2. But nonetheless, anyhow, I will do a bit of research on it, put together a bit of a description, you know, make it all professional and fancy and shit, you know. But yeah. Dead. Dead. Not still alive. Get out of the way, you fuckers. Ah, you fuckers. Funny is the way to go. Well, it's better than crying. Okay, pause. I think my controller's broke. There we go. Thankfully, on the Sega Mega Drive AT Games edition, you can actually put in your own Sega Mega Drive controllers, which is great. Just to point out as well, those bootleg consoles have actually been around longer than the NES Mini and the PS Classic Mini as well. So even though they're bootleg like Chinese versions, they've been around longer. I remember seeing them in the Argos catalog, like years and years ago. But see, I didn't really care because at the time I had the virtual console, so I didn't, and I was kind of tracking down classic games anyway physically, so I didn't really care back then, you know. But they were around for a hell of a long time. And what's great about this AT game, Sega Mega Drive, is you can actually put in your own cartridges. That's the difference. That's what really made this interesting, like, you know. Like, it's literally a Sega Mega Drive, not just a emulation box. It's literally a Sega Mega Drive. You can literally put in your own cartridges. So annoying when those heads respawn. Best games ever. Like the old movies, they're the best. Yeah, I mean, you know, classic is the way to go. The world around us is crumbling. Classic is the way to go. Absolutely. Do you know how he's actually a director? Screenwriter, whatever the title is. I would actually be able to write, at least, like tell the story of a much better Mortal Kombat movie just by reading the fucking original video game manual of the first Mortal Kombat. Just literally. Because what it's about, again, as I mentioned, it's an ancient Shaolin martial arts tournament where the best fighters from all over the world would gather and literally fight to the death in Mortal Kombat. But it was for glory. It was for honor. You know, if you were a champion of Mortal Kombat, it was for glory, it was for honor. Very esteemed martial arts tournament, right? Based in China, set up by the Shaolin monks, okay? But then it got corrupted when Shang Tsung entered the tournament. Completely corrupted. It had his champion Goro. Basically, the two of them took over the tournament. But what people didn't realize is he was essentially working for Shao Kahn, Emperor of Outworld, barren wasteland, who doesn't operate by honor, doesn't operate by glory, doesn't operate by rules, just complete and utter, just annihilation. Shao Kahn wants to annihilate and destroy realms, merge realms together. He just wants to conquer everything he sees. So that's what Shang Tsung was trying to do with the Mortal Kombat tournament. You can tell a fucking story there. You know, you can tell a story there. You can basically tell maybe the start of the movie is the great Kung Lao who eventually loses to Goro. At that point, the Shaolin tournament is corrupted completely in the hands of Shang Tsung, and it's becoming, you know, it's a mess. That stage, and then years later, well, hundreds and thousands of years later, you play as his descendant, or we see his descendant Liu Kang, and he's trying to regain control of the Shaolin tournament. That's a Mortal Kombat story right there. That's a Mortal Kombat movie right there. You don't need fucking Cole, a mixed martial arts boxer or whatever else, like, you know. These people haven't a clue what the fuck they're doing, like, when they're making fucking adaptations of games. They absolutely haven't a fucking clue. But there you go. I bought the DVD movie collection of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. The Gremlins are fantastic. I have a Christmas jumper of the Gremlins and also a t-shirt as well. I've never seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit though. As PS2 also plays, yeah, that's the great thing about PS2. It's a DVD player, and PS3 was a Blu-ray player, and PS4/5. Sorry, I'm confused now. Yeah, PS5 is a basically 4K DVD player, so which is pretty cool. Yep. There you go now. Just checking the time there now because I think the live stream about 10 minutes or so. So that's a skill. Sweaty palms. All of what you just saw there looks like nothing to the viewers, like, especially people who haven't played these kind of games before. But believe me, that just took skill. Not to take damage there, took a serious amount of skill. The likes of what you will never, ever experience in your Zoomer pathetic lives. I'm only joking, by the way. To any of my Zoomer friends watching. Just a bit of banter. There's no need to go all right keen with me and meet me at the car park, like. So when I rant about modern gaming, I'm like Roy Keane talking about football. I just realised that there now. I'm the gaming version of Roy Keane. I should get him on the channel sometime. I'm not even joking. I don't even watch football. But as a person, I just find him hilarious and just pure straightforward. Pure straightforward, like. Now, it's not even a Cork viewers watching right now. I'm going to get Roy Keane on the live stream. You watch. I'll make it happen. I'll do it. I will actually make it happen. You do realise you're allowed to stream as long as you want. Some streamers do 12-hour streams. Also, I highly recommend it. Yeah, as long as I want. So I don't want to stream any longer than 10 minutes. But I do see what you're saying. I don't, man, 12-hour live streams, man, I ain't doing no 12-hour live streams. But I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Some people feel like they have to stream for 12 hours for just, oh, it's for the viewers. I mean, for the viewership, obviously. What I mean is, like, I'm not looking to make money. Like, I don't do this for any other reason than enjoying playing these classic games and sharing them with you lovely people. So that's what it's about for me, like. But a 12-hour live stream, that's insanity. Shit. Shit. That's tough, man. Years ago, you knew who was your friend. No, you can't. Where's that even coming from? What do be going on in your head at all, by? What do be going on in that head of yours at all, by? Man, you're the kind of person that would be sitting on the bus and everything is so quiet and all of a sudden, orange. Just out of nowhere, orange. You know, seriously, there's dead silence in the bus. You know, just the engine of the bus. Maybe the rain is hitting the fucking window, and all of a sudden, orange. Like, what the hell is that? Where is that coming from? From Klassic. Years ago, you knew who was your friend. But what's that got to do with, like, anything? What's that got to do with the price of biscuits, like? This is the third chapter of the game, I think, or stage of the game. And you can see how difficult it is already. You can imagine, like, with the last level. I've never gotten to the last level of this game. But I can only imagine how difficult it would be. There's a knack to it. John is the main character. John is the main character of a random ass game. Same as gaming. I don't see the connection. I fail to see the connection. But okay. Okay. I completely fail to see that connection, but okay. Okay. Oh, Lord above. I will tell Santa about you. You do that, boy. You do that, boy. There's Santa there, lad. There he is. In the live stream. With the snow globe. We'll put it up there, lad. He won't bring you anything. Well, maybe he'll bring me a pair of air muffins, so I don't have to listen to your terrible jokes. But that's going to do it for my Phelios sessions, live streams. Thank you all so much for tuning into my Phelios live streams. I very much appreciate the support, and I hope that you enjoyed as well. And look forward to Yakuza 2, which you lovely people requested and voted for. I do appreciate the fact that people requested other games and voted for other games. So sorry if those games didn't make it this time around. But who knows? Your game may feature on Classic Hits Gaming at some stage, so don't worry. Fear not, as I say. Fear not. But yeah, look, stay tuned for updates on Yakuza 2. I still haven't gotten the game yet. I purchased it. It's been ordered and all. It just has to be dispatched and obviously delivered. And once it does, then I get the ball moving with Yakuza 2. But until then, enjoy the rest of your day and see you next time. My friend Stone Cold. Oh, very funny. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah. Well, the two of you have something in common. Fucked up knees. Yeah. Oh, God. See you next time, everyone. Have a good day.